Hello, we are back again with Veronaville. I wanted to finish showing you the families. I just woke up, so that's why it might sound a little funny. But I figured we could, finish this side of, the Capp side of Veronaville. So we have two more Capp families to, talk about, and I want to save, this one for last. The, Albany, or not Albany, Consort. The grandfather, I want to save him for last. So we're going to go in and we're going to read Regan and Cornwall, or Corny, their description. So we have Regan, of course, Cornwall, Amar, who they adopted, and Scribonia. And Scribonia is a family name. I think of Regan. Excuse me. And Scribonia was like an accident child, so this is the part of the original description, so I'll read that first. Regan and her husband Cornwall are preoccupied with their careers, but Bianca Monty's affections for Regan's brother Kent have the household on alert. Will Kent have the courage to break the vendetta? Okay, so that's their part. Okay, Regan only decided to adopt a child to make herself look good for her career. She didn't even consult Corny about adopting a child. At first, he was upset and disgusted with Regan for using the poor boy for her own gain. Now he is happy she did, for he has fallen in love with the boy and is now proud to call him his son. But now there is another little one in the family, making Regan look even better. But Corny is overwhelmed with his newfound fatherhood and wishes Regan would care more about others than herself. He has also taken a lover, and he doesn't feel bad about it. Regan should have cared God, I'm doing horribly with reading these. Regan should have cared a long time ago. Now it seems it is too late. Will Regan fight for her trophy children, or will she just let Corny take them and be happy with his new forbidden love? So, dun dun dun. Let's go figure out who his forbidden love is. Okay, so we are here at the Capp family home, one of the Capp family homes. Now, Regan and Cornwall, her story is that she kind of left the family. She doesn't want to be part of their of the family. I'll read you her bio because I don't remember exactly what it said, but before I read that, I gave a lot of these families a bunch of money because they're supposed to be rich, but I didn't do that for these guys. Also, before I read her bio, many of the driveways in this hood are fucked up. Like, I'll show you what I mean. Like, this will not allow you, even if I have my move objects on, this will not allow you to even rotate this. I'm trying to rotate this. It's like making the rotate noise, but it's not rotating it to go towards the road, the cars. So, you'll see in a lot of the houses that, the cars are like, I think Antonio Monty, his car's way out in his backyard, or it was. I had to move him. I wanted to move him to see if I could get the car situation fixed. Plus, the house, there was something really wrong with the house where the floor was really open. The floor plan was like there was a lot of space around the stairs to go upstairs, but for some reason, like, they kept having problems going up and down the stairs. So I ended up moving them anyway. But that's going to be something that we'll see a lot of, which kind of really bothers me. The car situation. But okay, so Regan's bio says, Regan's determined to make it in business and on her own steam instead of just her parents' money. Can she succeed without alienating her family? So that's her story. That's why I didn't give them a bunch of money. Whatever money they have, or whatever they have in their home, they've earned. As you can see, we have not been taking care of our weeds. These are the new weeds. But they don't bother their environment, so that's fine. It doesn't really bother me too much. Okay, so we'll start with Regan, because Regan is, part of the Capp family. So she is a fortune sim. We just read her bio. She's very fit, apparently. She is very neat, quite shy, a little active, very serious, and like in between grouchy and nice. She's into politics, culture, crime, food, fashion, sports, travel, and very, very, very much into work, like 100% into work. Cuisine is her hobby, and I believe that's what she had. Unless she had, she might have had science and I changed it to cuisine because I hate the science one, but I don't think so. I think it was cuisine. We'll take a look at her memories last. She likes brown hair and apparently gray hair, and she does not like good at cleaning. And she is a primary fortune, secondary romance. And since she's so much into work, I built up her work tree first. That's why she doesn't have really a lot in these. And okay, so we'll look at her relationships. She has 3 bolts with Corny. I think he might be good at cleaning too, so I don't know why she has... Oh no, he's not really good at anything. Never mind, just kidding. She's also senior manager level 6 of business career. She's got more skills than he does. And what the hell are we looking at? Oh yes, relationships. She is 100 over 100 with her brother Kent, so they're like best buddies. 99 over 99 with Goneril, which is nice. She does have pretty good relationships with her kids. Not quite as good as him, but that's hard to avoid too. Like again, it's kind of like with the pets. I don't want her to have to yell at them and stuff to bring the relationship down. So maybe when they become teenagers, to go with the story, if the story is still the same, we'll just kind of make them fight with them a little bit. But as a kid, I don't think that's right. But Hal, pretty good friends with her nephew Hal, niece Desdemona, and her other nephew, because this Tybalt would be the daughter or the son of her sister who died. I believe it's a sister. Maybe it's a brother. I don't know. We'll have to look in here, actually. We could just look right in here, couldn't we? Yeah, their sister, Cordelia. Yeah, and then this guy was, like, married in Caliban here, so... Cordelia was their sister who died, and all 3 of her kids are Juliet, Tybalt, and Hermia, which all are off at college, so we won't be seeing any of them till we do the college round. Oh yeah, she went out to downtown, I think, and we made her friends with Elizabeth Asper, who is from Desert Valley, I want to say. I don't know, I haven't really much played that hood, but I think that's where she's from. Because I think she did French for work. That's why we did that. Because, like, a lot of the family, like, obviously anybody that lives in the house isn't considered a friend. 81 over 30 with this Townie Gordon. She's got a bolt for Louis Asper, who is the father of Elizabeth Asper. A bolt for Albany, apparently. She knows Consort's wife there, Pamela. Not very much, but... And apparently she has a negative relationship with Carmen Patch, and I have no fucking clue who that is. It must be some townie. Again, another negative relationship with Kendra McCarthy. Bianca, she has -7 over -7, so not... I mean, that's not good, but it's not terrible compared to, like, -41 over -41, which she has with both Patrizio and Isabella, and a -18 over -18 with Antonio, who she also has some chemistry with. Interesting, and I don't know who these are all like townies, except for Bianca, of course. So she is, she met quite a bit of people since we played her. And that's about it for her, except for her memories. And I honestly don't remember, apparently there was some cheating. But I don't remember any of this, because it's been so long since I actually played them. It's been like probably a month since I actually played this particular family. And this is my third to last one, I believe. I don't really know anymore. Okay, so were they married when we start? I don't know if they're married when we start. Perhaps. I'm not really sure where we started here. Oh, it would have had to have been after making enemies with everyone, probably. She remembers concert graduating, so that had to have been quite where we started. Yeah, okay, so they moved in. She got a promotion, so she already was in the business career. They right off adopted Amar. I can't remember which one of them rolled that one. I don't think it was her. Technically, like, I don't think she actually rolled it. I just made that into the story, but I don't know. I can't remember. They had a family reunion, and of course, as everyone has in this hood, vermin. Concert getting married, she remembers that. Kent getting his degree. Kent getting engaged and married. She discovered the desirable discourse, so that is for film and literature. She had scribonia. You know what would be really cool though? I know I could do this probably somehow. Go into SimPE and like change this memory to like red, like negative, like she's upset that she had her kid. But I don't know if she's really that much of a hater of children. She remembers earning $5,000, getting a promotion, cheating with Gordon. Okay, this must be. She must have had some wants to cheat. This is Gordon here. She kissed him, and then she's meeting a bunch of people. So maybe this is when she was downtown. She remembers concert, getting married, having a family reunion, having another family reunion. So she went to a couple of them. She was invited to a couple of them. By God knows who. I don't know anymore. She remembers Desdemona getting an A+, which is interesting that she's remembering, like her nieces and nephews getting, A+, but that's kind of cool, I think. Maybe because she's close to them. But yeah, that's her memories. So she hasn't had too much, she just barely had her little affair here. Because these memories, like these all come after I stopped playing with her, like these parties. And probably meeting, yeah, so we must have ended this season with this family, with them downtown, with her going downtown and meeting some folks that she knows, and I probably already changed this to 3 days too, this season. No, I didn't. I better do that one right here. Well, I'm not going to save it anyway, but I'll try to, I try to remember that when I get into it. Then we have a little Amar here, or maybe we should do Corny first, because Corny is an adult. So, yeah, we're gonna figure out, we're about to figure out who Corny is with. It's a little drama in the hood, but not, I don't think, my favorite part of the drama in the hood. I might save that one for last, honestly. But okay, so he is very, very neat. A little bit more outgoing than his wife, a lot more active than his wife, even more serious than his wife. So I think she has like 4 points or something, no 3, so not too different. And pretty grouchy. So he's not, you know, the most exciting and nice fella. He is also very fit. Okay, so I don't know what I should do first. I guess I'm just gonna go for it. I'll read his bio. I did. Did I ever update hers? No, I didn't. See, that's what I mean. Like half these people are not really half. Only a couple of the Sims actually have personal bios updated. That's definitely something I want to work on. Okay, so Corny here is interested in money. Quite interested in money, entertainment, culture, travel, work, and school. So he's not really like, when I think of a family sim, I think of like someone really likes animals, toys, and school. Maybe food, which he's not into food at all. But he is very much into school, and that's about it when it comes to family-related things. What I'm getting at is I think I might have made him a secondary family, but I might not have. No, I did not. Okay, so he's really into work, so I filled up his tree. Fortune, knowledge. And then, let's see, he is a teacher's assistant, and that's because he's really, really into school. That's why I decided to put him in that career. So he's another teacher. There's two teachers. Him and Albany, I believe, is the other teacher. Very few skills here. Very, very few skills. I probably would never work on his cooking skill, because he's not into food at all. So even if he becomes, like, someone dies or he becomes a single man somehow, he'll probably just order food. Or maybe at that point I'll have to get him a couple skills, but I don't even know if that's going to happen. We'll see what happens. He is into music and dance. And again, I think he might have been into science, and I changed it to music and dance. I might have, like, randomized it. Because the science one really drives me crazy, because all they can do really is look through the telescope. Because I had thought that chess gives you that enthusiasm for science, but it doesn't, which kind of makes sense. It is a game. It's not really like... But I've been looking for other objects you can download for, like, science, and I just can't seem to find any. So it's kind of frustrating, but that's why I really don't like the science one. Plus, I'm not really a science buff, so. He is into glasses and makeup, and he's turned off by fatness. He's a shallow man. And apparently he's been digging. He's got all kinds of maps and stuff. What do you got? Nothing? What do you got, son? Oh, yes, he's into music and dance as well. Oh, yeah, we never read his bio. That was what we were trying to do, wasn't it? Most of the relationships. Oh, well, I spoiled it. Hold on, let me read his bio and then I'll show you. Okay. Cornwall isn't thrilled that his brother Kent is living with him while he gets back on his feet after losing his job. Can he make room for his wife's family in their home? So that's the game's description. Which actually, I could probably get rid of that completely later. Cornwall never wanted to be a father until he was. Oop. Sorry, I dropped something. His wife thought adopting a child would look good for the family. And really has no bond with her son. Cornwall, what she does, that's kind of part of the story, but she does, because, I mean, I guess I could just cheat their relationship with a sim blender, too. That I could just do that. That way you don't have to technically be mean to him. His wife thought adopting a child would look good for the family and really has no bond with her son. Cornwall doesn't understand his son much either, but they have found that they both are very passionate about learning, and this has brought them together. But now Corny has discovered his new love, his forbidden love. Will he continue to risk his family breaking up and continue seeing Bianca? Will he ever find the courage to live his life the way he wants to, or will he forever be caught in his wife's family's dark shadow? Corny just wants to be happy, and he wants his son to be happy, and he knows Bianca would be a wonderful mother. And what about the new baby? Will Regan actually want this one? Something in Corny hopes that she will not. Which is kind of sad. But what I mean by that is, like, so he could take the baby with him. But I don't know what's going to happen yet. We'll play it out a little bit more. They are married, so it's, like, hard for him to, like, really want to marry Bianca because he's already married, so that's not going to happen. Okay, his relationships. He has 100 over 82 with his eldest son Amar, 100 over 77 with Scribonia, who is very young. I think we only had her for a couple of days. 3 bolts with his wife Regan. They are married, I believe. Yes. 3 bolts with Bianca, but he's in love with Bianca. But he might also be in love with her. It's just covered by this or something like that. Takes the place of that. 63 over 63 with, which is technically his nephew Tybalt. Not like blood nephew, but marriage nephew. 3 bolts with Titania. Everyone's got it for Titania. He's also good, just barely friends, but also best friends forever with Titania. So their relationship has kind of just like dwindled. Not quite friends with Albany or Consort. He's got 3 bolts with Goneril, which is his wife's sister. So that's kind of creepy, but he's got 3 bolts with her. Juliet, 28 over 28. Oberon, he's not really, like most of the town's friends with Oberon, he really isn't yet. A little bit of a relationship with Desdemona, and then the rest of them not really too much relationship. 2 bolts with this townie Demi-Love. Bolt with Madeline Santander, apparently. Barbara Traver, he's got a bolt for. He does not like Gretchen Stomple. I think Gretchen Stomple might be, like a college townie or something. I don't really know where all these townies come from. He's got 2 bolts with Isabella, so he's the second sim, I believe, in town to have a bolt or 2 with Isabella. Yet negative 10 with both her and her husband, and negative 15 over negative 15 with Antonio. Negative 9 over negative 9 with Kent. So Kent stayed, I think, for the first round, so like 3 or 4 days he stayed. Excuse me. And then I had to move out, and we'll see where that all ended up here pretty soon. And then Otis, and I don't know this is somebody's dog again, I don't remember whose dogs are who, but these 2, I believe, both do not like animals, so I decided that, yeah, she doesn't really like them, that we won't be getting animals. Maybe later on, Mar actually really likes him quite a bit, so maybe at some point we can get him an animal, but I think that's it for Corny. Let's go on to Amar. I don't want this to be too long either, this video. For some reason, Amar hates his little sister, and I did not do that. I don't know if it's because she cried a lot when she first came around, because they just like put her on the floor and I ignored it. Maybe that's why. I don't really know, but he's got like a negative 8 over negative 8 with his little sister. 98 over 87 and best friends forever with his mom. So he actually has a better relationship with his mom than his dad, which I don't like because that doesn't go with the story. So we'll see how that turns out. 22 or 23 with their Uncle Kent, so not really that great of or with his Uncle Kent, not really that great of a relationship. And he doesn't really have, he hasn't really made any friends of his age. So he does know 2 townie children, and then Bottom and Patrice. He doesn't know Benedict apparently, or Hal, because Hal was just a kid. So, but he doesn't know any of them. So he doesn't really have any friends yet. But it looks like I was probably trying to get him a relationship with Bianca and this townie girl to have friends. Orlando Butler, just another townie. Linda Bartlett, another townie. So yeah, that's it. His parents are, of course, Regan and Corny. He's a B- student. So we must have had him for a little while to be able to get him his grade up a little bit. Also, some of the kids are going to have worse grades than what you would expect for playing like 6 days, because I have a mod where the second like fall is and I can change it to where it's summer, but the second season of the 4 seasons is they don't have school. They can still go if they want, like I can have them walk to school if they want to, but they don't have to go to school, so a lot of them, their grades aren't really as good as they probably should be of me playing them for like 6, 7, 8 days. I don't know how many, probably closer to 10. He also has 8 creativity. He rolled, he came with music and dance enthusiasm, and that's what his dad has, so I thought that would be nice that kind of maybe they could bond over that as well. He is very much into entertainment and culture, and animals and toys in school. And that's about it. He's not really into much else. And let's see. Of course, he's got his plaque because he's almost maxed out the creativity skill already. And I haven't given it really much of anything. I'll finish his motive tree, I guess, because he's just a kid. And okay, so his memories. Not many. Like I said, he's a kid. Anything specific? Oh, he learned to study from Cornwall. I thought that, I do remember making that happen because, Like, that's not autonomous and it happens, you have to make it happen. But since he's Cornwall as a teacher and he's really into learning, and that's also what he must be really into school too, because I thought I had made it that way. I might have bumped this up, or maybe he would just happen to be into school, or I bumped it up for the story, I can't remember. But that's what that memory's for anyway. Then of course he reached maximum enthusiasm in music and dance, which is awesome as a child. And he just remembers, you know, some of his relatives aging up and getting good grades. So really nothing too fantastic. Apparently he has 2 best friends. I think that's his parents, yeah. So is he very shy? No, he's actually very, very outgoing, which I didn't realize. So maybe we should have him, I'll read his bio too. Amar doesn't feel like he fits in with Cornwall and Regan. He has a suspicion that they really only adopted him for show. He would much rather Kent be his father. So I wrote that right at the beginning, and of course he doesn't have a very good relationship with Kent yet. So I don't know if that's gonna become anything. I was thinking maybe when he was a teen, like if the story called for it, maybe like not called for it, but if it fit with the story good, maybe he could move out when he was a teen or something with his Uncle Kent. But yeah, I have not cheated any money for them. That's why I like their missing wallpaper, and I know they have $5 grand, but I just honestly, I never usually play with the walls up, so I forgot all about that. But here's the baby in her crib. Not much to say about the baby. We can't really look at the baby. She's a baby. She's got brown hair, or black hair, I think. I believe. Then of course we have a nanny because they both work, and she doesn't. I try to have her avoid the kids a little bit as much as I can, but it's really kind of hard. And then this is their little kitchen that I've done it for him because she's into cuisine, so I did a little bit of decorating. It drives me crazy that these do that. After you leave the game, you come back in and your counters aren't attached anymore. That drives me fucking nuts. But yeah, it's your little kitchen. This was here. I'm gonna change this one here. Somebody likes her. I think she was into films and literature too. Where's her thing? Yeah, she's got like that as her second, like, she's got a couple hobbies. Like I said in one of the previous videos, I don't think they should just be stuck to one hobby, then they should be able to do whatever they want. But it is nice to have one of that is their favorite too. But yeah, so that's what they're into, or she's into. And upstairs, we have little, why is this bed, like, not back here? That's retarded. Oh yeah, she has a degree. Apparently he doesn't. She does. I don't know what it is. No, she must have not gotten it through here. I don't know why that's on the wall, but anyway, she must have some sort of degree. Probably a business degree. But yeah. We got a few of these trees, and I think like after time they start giving you less money, which is good because they actually got a lot of money from, there's 4 of them. This is the little boy's room. He's got his piano. That's basically all he has is his piano and his bed, the poor boy. And then the baby has her crib. And then in the bedroom, like very basic, not a lot. Like I said, I think in one of the other videos, I didn't really decorate a lot with some of these families. Not just because of money, but just because I wanted to play, you know. I spent a lot of time decorating that other fucking house, and it just kind of runs slow. But, yeah, she's into makeup or fashion or something, she must be, because I wouldn't put all this here if she wasn't. Yeah, she's into fashion. She has 8 points in fashion. I don't usually add this stuff unless they do have some sort of interest in it. But yeah, that's the house. Not really anything too exciting or thrilling, because they don't have a lot of money. And then this is like the outside. I didn't do anything. These trees were here. The only thing is the wretched, I don't know what kind of vehicle they have. Actually, I don't know what their vehicle looks like. I can't remember. Who gets home first? Oh gosh, I don't know. Oh, they work the same hours. Must be like 8 to 3, maybe? Is that 3? I don't know military time. Titania's here. I just want to see what their car is, because I know they must have a car if they have a car thingy. Unless one of them has a want for a car. And I was waiting. These fucking... Yeah, I was gonna say, take care of the fucking baby nanny. They should be home any minute. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I just... Okay. No, I don't know if it was really worth the wait. They just have an awful, horrible car. Amarmo Spring Bottoms. Oh, yeah, okay. But, yeah. That's their little van, but yeah. That's the family. That's the end of their story. Next, I think I'll go on to the Monty side, because I want to leave the last Capp family, I think, as the very last video. Because that's the best story, I think. But, anyway. That is Corny and Regan and their 2 children.